With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Blown Piston Racing League Class Series, presented to you by Banner Construction, fires things off for the first race in round 2 of the championship rundown this season. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside drivers. Got a long night here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the beast of the Southeast, the Queen City 130 on tap here tonight. 2 stage breaks. First one coming at lap 26. Second stage will fall at lap number 65. 5-minute qualifying session already underway, so as drivers put down some speed times, why don't we go ahead and throw some of that to the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see, follow along just like we do. Top of the speed charts right now with that U.S. Veterans Pole Award, Andrew Moore in the 77, looking to finish where he left off last week at Kentucky Speedway. Andrew Moore going to victory lane, leading stage number 2 and walking away with a race win. Andrew Moore, top of the speed charts, quick time in qualifying 30:07 turned in by Moore. Kivedick right there in that second position, and Anthony Keys, Andrew Mraz rounding out your top 4. The Drift King inside the top 5. Still a handful of drivers left to go here tonight as 2 minutes roll off of this 5-minute stopwatch in the U.S. Veterans Pole Award qualifying session. Championship points resetting for the Grade 8 underway here. The next 3 nights of racing, we will whittle this 8 field of cars and drivers down to just 4 fighting for a championship at Nashville. Who's it gonna be? Who's your pick? Let's hear it out there on the chat. Whenever you check in here tonight, let's see who you got. Let's see if you can pick the right driver. Cream rising to the top in qualifying top 6 positions, all championship drivers. So yet again, the speed showing at the front of this field with those championship drivers. Christopher McCullough, who made it in to this second round, gonna slot in final driver inside of your top 6. Where's Jimmy McKee? McKee out there on track on his qualifying lap. He's got less than 2 minutes remaining. He's going to turn in a 9th place time on his first time lap. 13 drivers on the speed charts with only Michael Shum on pit road. Can McKee move through the field any further? He's going to be coming to the line here very shortly on his second lap. Yes, he's going to jump, but not to the top. Jimmy McKee good enough for 3rd here in the U.S. Veterans Pole Award qualifying session. So Andrew Moore putting a little more money in his back pocket, walking away with the pole award here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway with right around 60 seconds remaining here. Only 1 driver left to get out there on the track. We'll see if Michael Shum begins a time lap or if he's electing to stay on pit road and start from the tail end of the field. The 26 machine not moving out of the garage. And well, with just about 30 seconds remaining, he's not going to put in a time lap even if he wants to. So that's going to be it. That's going to be all there is for the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight. Andrew Moore takes the top spot with a quick time tonight, 30:07 for the pole position. Your pole sitter will bring this field to the green flag after a short little warm-up session. We're going to break for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back trackside here from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And as the Jets finish the flyover, track opens up. Drivers will have a little bit of time on their hands to shake down these machines, get them set up and ready to go for tonight's Queen City 130 right here from the Beast of the Southeast, Charlotte Motor Speedway, hosting race number 1 of the second round in the championship series for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Moments ago, walking away with the pole position in the U.S. Veterans Pole Award qualifying session, Andrew Moore puts his 77 machine at the top of the speed charts and snatches a little bit more bonus money in his back pocket this season. And as we've got ourselves a little bit of time on our hands, I tell you what, let's see if we can't, we don't see him down there in the truck. Let's see if we can find him. Let's see if we can grab him for a moment. What do you say? Oh, we've got a chance, got an opportunity. Let's see if we can't dial him up real quick inside of his 77 machine. Andrew, it's Dave in the booth. You got me? Andrew, you got me?
Yep, how's it going, Dave?
Good, man. There you are, coming through now. Sorry to bother you. I know you got just a little bit of time here to get out on the track and shake the machine down for the final time before setting off into tonight's race. Congratulations on yet another pole here. Do you think this is going to set you up with the momentum to do what you did last week and possibly get to victory lane by the end of this thing?
Oh, boy, I don't know. I'm not very good at this track. I'm surprised that I qualified up here.
Well, Andrew, is there, before you kick things off here tonight, is there any shout-outs you'd like to give? You want to say any special thanks, prayers, any kind of thing like that before walking away and jumping in the truck, in the car? I apologize. Trucks were on Friday.
Yeah. Yep. My teammates, Ryan and Kevin, are here tonight. We've been working on our, little setup we can do, talking about how the tires are working and all that, so that's going to be good. Torque Wrench Motorsports, Scott and Lauren. Lauren's not going to be here, though. Dave in the Cave, my brother's watching. Any other friends or family?
Well, all right, my man. If that's going to be it, we won't hold you any longer. We'll let you get down into the car and do what you got to do over these final few moments. And, man, stay safe, elbows up, and head down, and let's see if we can't put this thing in victory lane.
Thanks, Dave. See ya.
All right, there you have it. Few little quick words from your pole sitter here tonight, snatching that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Andrew Moore walks away from the qualifying session in that top spot. One heck of a job. He's going to put some more money in his back pocket. And with a few more minutes remaining, I tell you what, race fans, why don't we go ahead and get to some of your championship standings coming into tonight's race. Race number 14 in this 17 race along season. Drivers with just 3 more races before they chase that championship at Nashville. Coming in to tonight's race, 52 of Kevinick sitting top of the point standings, leading everybody by 3 points. Andrew Moore right there in second. Your pole sitter will gain a little bit of a ground here tonight. Roger Rios, Anthony Keys right there as well. Andrew Mraz, Christopher McCullough, Kenny, Jimmy McKee, and Max Williams all rounding out your top 8 drivers battling for that season championship. Still close little battle there for the cutoff line. Anthony Keys, Andrew Mraz knotted up with 12 points behind your overall points leader, Kevin Dick. So that's going to be right around where we're going to be watching that heavy action. How about Christopher McCullough and Jimmy McKee both just 1 point out of that top 4 as well? So things going to get close as time begins to tick down on this warm-up session. Time beginning to run out on these drivers and their opportunities to park it in victory lane to make their way into the final 4 tonight. Who is going to give themselves a clean, clear ride over the next 2 weeks? Will we see one of our championship drivers to victory lane, or will we see an outsider spoil the show here tonight? We've got a handful of them, and a handful of them are very fast. Jim Thorndike, second on the speed charts here in this 5-minute warm-up session. The Drift King, Jacob Drift, right there, third on the speed charts here. So things going to get pretty interesting when we get ready to fire things off here in just a few moments. From Charlotte Motor Speedway, you're watching the Queen City, 130 from the beast of the Southeast, Charlotte Motor Speedway. And there it is. Red flag will fly with the checker flag here in this warm-up session. Everybody going to be forced through pre-race inspection and head to the starting grid. We're just moments away from firing things off here from Charlotte Motor Speedway in race number 1, round 2 here for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Just 4 more races until we crown a champion. 3 more races in round number 2. Doors wide open right now for all of the drivers. We're going to have to wait to see who's going to be able to put it at the top of the field at the end of tonight's race. And here we go. Drivers already beginning to hit the front stretch. Everybody getting ready to roll off. And as you can hear, those familiar bells beginning to ring and roll in the background. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Queen City 130 right here from the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. Starting inside row number 1, snatching the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, the 77 of Andrew Moore. Kevin Dick in the 52 will line up just to his outside. Back in row number 2 here tonight, Jimmy McKee and Roger Rios. Anthony Keys and Andrew Mraz will line up side by side back in row number 3. Row 4 here tonight, Christopher McCullough and Scott Wise. The Drift King, the 15 machine, Jacob Drift, will start inside row number 5 with the 59 New York native Ryan Nicoletta right to his outside, rounding out your top 10. Anthony Handley and Jim Thorndike back in row number 6. Row 7 here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway belongs to Frank Reese and Mike Shawman. That's going to be it. That's going to be your rundown as we get ready to fire things off for the first time here tonight. Pace car will duck off. Music will begin to fade, and we will nail the loud pedal and get things started here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And there it is, green flag flies. as Moore and Kevin Dick both come to the restart box. The boss man of the flag stand going ahead and waving the green flag. Side by side down through 1 and 2. Moore with a little bit of an advantage. Stack up on the outside. Kevin Dick and Roger Rios running nose to tail. Back up the top of the speedway. Now Andrew Moore with a big block slide up the track here. Top 3 positions all at the top of the speedway. As Moore looking to drop back down to the bottom, break up the pack at the front. Here comes the 99 of Jimmy McKee looking to the inside of the 5 of Roger Rios. Battle for 3rd now on the speedway. 4th and 5th also side by sides. Check out that cosmic number 4, Andrew Mraz, and that Nerds machine looking pretty sweet. Field stacked up, running with each other off of turn 2, back down all the way into turn number 3. Now nose to tail, single file racing back to Andrew Mraz in the 14 of Anthony Keys. Oh, contact! A little bit of a door bump right there between that 14 and 4. 5th and 6th, hot and heavy battle still side by side. Nose to tail as everybody heads down the backstretch. Everybody clean and clear now down into turn number 3. Oh, way up the track goes Roger Rios. That could have been something bad here as everybody shaking their way back off the floor and back off the line. Rios losing some ground now up at the top of the speedway. Again, watching Roger Rios lose a little bit of time on the field here as Jimmy McKee lays down fastest lap of the race so far. A 30-10 being turned in by that 99 of McKee. He's in control of the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award right now. We'll continue to watch to see how that one shakes out for him. And caution, big caution for the 99 of McKee. Oh my goodness. We've got our first superior templating caution flag of the night. Big time trouble for that 99 of McKee as we will throw the caution flag for the first time here tonight. Let's go back. Let's check it out one more time. Let's check the replay and see how it all went down. We'll just contact to the inside left rear quarter of that 99 off of Mraz, and then a handful of other drivers catching big pieces of this late. Let's go check this out one more time. There you can see Mraz already with the contact. There's the 14 into the outside wall, into the 99. Here comes the 60. He'll collect a piece. The 31 of Scott Wise trying to miss it. He'll catch some right front damage as well. Oh my goodness. Look at the 59. Squeeze by right there. That was absolutely close for all of those drivers, and that's going to put us under caution for the first time. And, well, handful of drivers down to pit road. A lot of drivers caught up, catching a piece of the action here. Looks to be about 4 or 5 drivers caught up and involved with a little piece of the action going to pit road. Jimmy McKee, Roger Rios, Anthony Keys, Andrew Mraz, Jim Thorndike, Christopher McCullough, as well as Scott Wise, all caught up and involved in this early incident here tonight. So all of those drivers going to have an uphill battle for the rest of the night on their hands. Going to try to be massaging these fenders to get them back running right and get the aero as good as they possibly can as we run behind the iRacing pace car for lap number 6. Caution flag will fly on lap number 4. Slow the field for the first time here tonight. One race leader. Your pole sitter here tonight in front of the field, still that 77 of Andrew Moore, walked away with the race win last week at Kentucky to close out the first round of the playoffs. Can Moore get back to his winning ways and secure his spot early in round number 2 and not have to worry, have a little bit of breathing room and some calm before the storm when we head to Nashville in just a short 3 more weeks, race fans. That's it. That's all there's going to be. We will be championship racing in Nashville for the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. And as we run around the track, I want to take a moment to talk about this man right here outside row number 1. as the pace car lights are out. So we'll wait till we have a better opportunity to talk about this one. But we will get to some great information and stats from this season by that 52 of Kevin Dick in the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Chevy ZL1 Camaro, just to the outside of your race leader in his fast Ford Mustang, the Golf Racing Fuels Ford Mustang, looking fast once again. Will the Cobra on the front of that machine strike and get back to victory lane once again? Long way to go, race fans. A very long night on our hands here. Still over 120 plus laps remaining here tonight. Still right at about 20 laps remaining in stage number 1. So we've got a lot of time to figure a lot of things out here tonight. But first, we're going to figure out this restart as Andrew Moore leads the field back to the line. He's going to take the inside. That's going to put Kevin Dix is outside. Ryan Nicoletta, Jacob Drift back in row 2. Row 3, Frank Reese and Roger Rios for the restart, and on the gas. Green flag will fly as Moore scoots away from this field. Race leader, no problems at all getting up through the gears. No competition even around to battle into turn 1 to take that top spot away. Ryan Nicoletta in the 59 machine going to slot in third without any issues. Here comes Jacob Drift. How about Roger Rios and his superior templating machine? He's starting to close back in on Drift as McCullough and Reese falling behind the field here. Anthony Keys unfortunately falling one lap down, and it looks like the 14 has called it a night. He has pushed the machine back behind the wall and heading to the hauler. We've got our first retirement of the night here tonight. Anthony Keys will finish the tail end of the field here tonight. Looks like Anthony Hanley also with some electrical and mechanical issues, unable to make the start. Michael Sham couldn't get the car through pre-race inspection either, so Sham walks away 14th, Hanley back in 13th. Unfortunately for Anthony Keys, his night's going to be done and over with. He looks to walk away in that 12th position. Scott Wise still down on pit road, trying to get his machine back out there on the track. That's going to leave us with 10 drivers on the track right now, all 10 running within 2 seconds of each other. Andrew Moore leads Kevin Dick, Ryan Nicoletta, Jacob Drift battling on the screen right now. Roger Rios in close striking distance back in the 5th position. Christopher McCullough, Jim Thorndike right there as well. Check out Jim Thorndike battling back here right in front of that Four Nerds machine of Andrew Mraz looking to the inside. Here comes that 37 of Frank Reese. New fast lap of the race turned in by Andrew Mraz of 29.95. Now controlling that new age limited speed demon award. Andrew Mraz leading that category, 29.95. First driver to break under that 30-second mark. Mraz rolling here from Charlotte. Jacob Drift with a little bit of a moment. That's going to bring that 5 of Roger Rios a little bit closer. Oh, and we've got more drivers in that 29-second bracket. Jim Thorndike breaking into it, and Andrew Mraz goes even quicker, 29.88 now. The fast lap for that new age limited speed demon award. He'll set the bar a little bit high, and now we've got a battle for third. Jacob Drift looks to the outside of the 59. Power move on the outside of turn 3 in for the Drift King in his 15 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Still stuck on the high side, but still showing a lot of poise and power. Trying to make that outside lane work, and here comes Kevin Dick looking to the inside. It looks like a restart here on lap number 14. Andrew Moore clear of the field still, but Kevin Dick, Jacob Drift, Ryan Nicoletta not letting him breathe one bit. Little bit of a wiggle for Drift, and he'll fall even with 59. Once again, close racing action. Third, fourth on the speedway. Drift at the top, Nicoletta at the bottom. Both drivers have 2 rows worth of company behind them. Almost the entire field stacked up running with each other right here down to turn number 3. Jacob Drift drops from the top. He'll hit the elevator button and go all the way down to the bottom of the speedway, take over that inside line, but not able to take that second position away just yet. Jacob Drift going to stay in third here. He will take that position away from Ryan Nicoletta, who's now losing that spot to the 5 of Roger Rios. Rios side by side at the top with Drift off of 2. Top 2 have, I don't want to say broken away, but they have cleared themselves of the battles behind them. Now Ryan Nicoletta able to power on around. Big trouble for Jacob Drift. He's going to have to jump out of the gas in turn 4, and that's going to lose himself not 1 but 2. Now make it 3 positions as drivers on the high side keep it rolling, keep that momentum up, and he's also going to lose yet another spot. Drift moves back to 7. Just like that, that's all it takes is one little slip up. And you're going to allow these drivers the opportunity to pounce with everybody running all over each other. You can't afford a small little hiccup or mistake, and Jacob Drift pays the price. He'll drop from second all the way back into the 7th position. Jim Thorndike right there, last driver in line on the high side, trying to keep Drift down at the bottom and see if he can't grab a position away here. But man, let's talk about the drivers at the front of the field. What do you say? Right here, Andrew Moore, Kevin Dick throwing blows at each other once again. Haymakers are coming. Here comes a counter strike, if you will. Roger Rios to the bottom of the racetrack, looking to take that second position away. Roger Rios has been fast all season long. We've got a tie in the race win columns this season, race fans. Andrew Moore, Kevin Dick, both with 3 wins apiece. Roger Rios looking for his 3rd win of the season. Can we end up with a battle for supremacy in the winners column throughout the rest of this championship rundown? It's going to be close there. You can see your top 3 drivers, your top winning drivers here this season so far. Andrew Moore, Kevin Dick, they both lead. Roger Rios, Ryan Nicoletta right there in 4th, and Andrew Moraz rounds out your top 5. Still side by side racing for that second position as drivers head down into turn 3 and 4. Going to get some up close and personal action. The same drivers making their way through 3 and 4 that time around. Love that camera shot coming at you once again across the start finish line. Andrew Moore still leading this field, trying to walk away with leading all of stage number 1. Can your pole sitter walk away with the stage win? Can he put a little bit more buffer between himself and his fellow championship drivers and walk away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win after snatching the U.S. Veteran Pole Award? 52 of Kevin Dick is all over him, trying to take that spot away, trying to prevent that from happening, but all intents and purposes, the way it looks right now, looks like everybody will be chasing that 77 for quite some time as we jump back closer to the action. Still battling with Roger Rios. That superior templating number 5 has got himself dialed in at the bottom of the racetrack, utilizing that blue line to help cut the car through the corner. You get those left side tires on that blue line, and it seems to allow the car to cut just a little bit better. I'll tell you what, let's go to an onboard camera shot here in the final few laps of stage number 1. The Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win just a handful of laps away. Roger Rios with a great run off of the corner. We'll take a look back now. Look down to the right side, but you can see that little bit of damage that he sustained in that opening caution on lap number 4. Doesn't seem like it's hurt his car too much, but you also have to ask yourself, would he be struggling with these passes right now if it wasn't for that early contact? If he had a clean nose on that number 5 machine, how much easier would it be to make the pass? And he's finally going to complete the pass as drivers, and into the outside wall. Hard scrape at a turn number 2 for the 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Die Cast machine of Kevin Dick into that outside wall. Sparks gonna fly. Drivers make their way off of turn 4 and walking away with the stage win, crossing the line. Your Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win will go to the man at the front of the field, your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner as well. Andrew Moore looking to capture this stage win. Looks like it's going to be at the end of this lap. We apologize. We thought it was coming to lap 26, but it's going to be at the end of lap 26. Roger Rios looking to spoil it, not going to get there in time, and the stage win will stay with that 77 of Andrew Moore. And it looks like there it is, Superior Template and Caution flag coming out to signify the end of stage number 1, walking away with the stage win. It is now official. We talked to him earlier in pre-race. After he grabbed the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, he's going to snatch a little bit more accolades here tonight, looking for maybe a sweep here from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City. 1:30, 27 laps now in the board, and Andrew Moore has led them all, patting his back pocket, and we'll see how he can continue throughout tonight's race. And well, as we find ourselves back behind the pace car at the end of the stage number 1, walking away with the points is that 77 of Andrew Moore, front of the field. And we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that is, you know how it goes. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here from Charlotte Motor Speedway with all your green flag action for the Blown Piston Racing League Clash Series.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And back trackside as promised, as field down the backstretch will receive the one to go this time around. We've got a shakeup at the front of the field, though. How about the gamble out of the 15? Jacob Drift not bringing his machine to pit road. He's going to keep the car out on the track and try to extend the fuel run here a little bit further before coming to pit road. That's going to put him off a cycle. That's going to put him dangerously close to falling off of the lead lap here. Will he come to pit road this time around? And oh, there he is. He's going to peel off of pit road with just one to go, and that's going to give Roger Rios that top spot this time around. The superior templating number 5 of Rios was able to make his way down to pit road, service the car, and beat your stage 1 winner off of pit road. So Roger Rios Mateus will walk away with the race lead here as we get set to fire things off in stage number 2. 30 laps in the book. We've got right at the 100 lap mark remaining here tonight in the Queen City. 130 from Charlotte Motor Speedway, the beast of the Southeast. Not disappointing here tonight. Great racing action all stage long here. 14 drivers headed to the track here tonight to start off round number 2 in the championship rundown. We've had 3 drivers have trouble. Michael Schaum, Anthony Handley unable to get the machines fired up and fired off here tonight. They'll walk away 14th and 13th. Anthony Keys with trouble on lap number 4, and that's going to bring an end to the night for that 14 of Anthony Keys. Scott Wise, multiple laps down after being involved in that first superior templating caution flag here tonight. Wise well off pace, but still on track back in 11th. We've got 10 on the lead lap, and Rios nails the gas, and oh my gosh, did you see Andrew Moore? Andrew Moore spins the tires and pancakes the right front off of the outside wall. Oh no. That is, oh my goodness, and Wise up into the side of the 52. Oh my goodness, it's getting a little bit dicey out there tonight. Drivers with trouble on the restart. Oh my gosh, did you see the 77 of Andrew Moore lit those rear tires up and slammed the machine off of that outside wall? Man, that is a tough lick. He's going to drop all the way outside of the top 5 there. You can see that blue and orange Golf Racing Fuel 77 Ford Mustang of Andrew Moore back running now in the 6th position. He's got company with him, though. Frank Reese just off in front of him as Moore going to take that 5th position away. Roger Rios looking to set sail now with Ryan Nicoletta. And Andrew Moore right behind him. Kevin Dick having a little bit more trouble here tonight. He's going to have an off-track excursion on the front stretch. We're gonna get to talking about some things here tonight, some championship standings, some rookie of the year standings, some of the team standings here as we roll across the line. We'll throw the timing and scoring back up to that left-hand side of the screen, let you follow along just like we do up here in the production booth. Just 0.2 of a second separating Roger Rios from Nicoletta. Andrew Mraz all over him as Mraz almost into that outside wall. Top 3 all nose to tail. And look at this 3-way battle as a new race leader emerges at the bottom of the speedway. Ryan Nicoletta trying to put his 59 machine at the front of this field. Roger Rios hanging tough on the high side with Andrew Mraz giving him a little bit of a shot down the backstretch. That's going to put Rios back at the front. What a run, though, by Nicoletta down there on the bottom of the racetrack all alone. No help. Drivers getting super edgy loose off of turn number 4. You can see Roger Rios having to jump out of the gas. That's going to back up Mraz as now Nicoletta pulls even back through 1 and 2. Team standings championship almost a wrap here as Pied Eye Racing leads them all by 133 points. It's going to be hard pressed for these teams to run them down in the point standings. It looks like they can secure that overall team championship here tonight with a solid run. Torqued Wrench Motorsports sitting back in second, All-in-One back in third. 4X rounds out your top 4 in the championship standing, so things can be settled here tonight. And Charlotte for the team overall points championship. Pied Eye Racing looks to bring that trophy home, as Andrew Mraz looks to bring a trophy home as well. He'll take the top spot away. He'll grab the race lead away from Roger Rios, and we'll continue to jump around the track just a little bit. Race fans back up to this first and second battle on the track here. Mraz trying to keep the 5 of Roger Rios at bay. Jump around the track once again. Let's go back here. Let's go back to 5th and 6th on the speedway. There you can see actually Jimmy McKee running in 4th. Andrew Moore back in 5th. Jim Thorndike and that Superior inching closer and closer. I was trying to say inching closer to Moore, but Moore inching closer to McKee right now. It's going to be an interesting battle altogether right here. 3-way battle for 4th. Moore, McKee, Thorndike mixing it up. The Monster Energy 99 looks a little bit worse for the wear, but can that 77 make his way around on the bottom of the racetrack? A little bit of help from the 13 as he rides behind him on the high side through 1 and 2 here. Here comes that 60 of McCullough back up into the mix. Oh, Frank racing to the outside wall, back into the background. Way up the track goes McKee this time by. That's going to open up the door for Moore to get by. Jim Thorndike going to go straight to the bottom of the track, and he's going to look to grab that position away. Still battling for that spot on the track, and now Jim Thorndike will secure the pass off of turn number 2. The All-in-One Motorsports driver will take that position away. Jimmy McKee now slides back to 6th. And the Drift King, he wants a position, he wants a spot on the track. He's going to look to the bottom of the raceway now. We've got 5 drivers under a blanket here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pass for the race lead back to the front. Once again, we'll jump back up here. It's a 3-car battle going on for that race lead. Roger Rios looking to take the top spot back on the high side of the track, and will do so down the backstretch. Andrew Mraz looks to follow in 2, 3, and 4. A lot of racing action all over the track. We'll continue to jump back and forth from the front to that mid-pack right here. 2-3 car battles raging on here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Queen City 130, not disappointing one bit. Great race under the lights here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. These Piston Racing League's Class Series drivers putting it all out on the line, man. Great battles all over the place. Jim Thorndike asserting himself and getting by a very fast 77 of Andrew Moore, getting by Jacob Drift and Jimmy McKee as now Drift and McKee battle. Moore right behind him, stuck in line, nowhere to go, cannot seem to get around and make that pass. Jim Thorndike looking to set sail on this little group and trying to close back in on Ryan Nicoletta. 3.3 seconds separating Nicoletta from Thorndike. Still a very close 3-car battle at the front. Let's jump back with your race leader once again. Andrew Mraz takes the top spot. Mraz and Rios have switched and swapped that top spot. handful of times now, at least 3 to 4 times, those two drivers have switched their positions around. Ryan Nicoletta has kind of been stuck right there, stymied back in third for the moment. Everybody looking clean and clear, though, through lap 47. Closing in on the end of stage number 2. The Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 will come to a close on lap number 65. So less than 20 laps to go. Who will walk away with the stage win? It doesn't appear like we'll have a clean sweep here tonight, as Andrew Moore, your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner, your Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 winner, trouble on the restart, and Moore has been stuck outside of the top 5 for the time being. All the way back in 7th there, you can see him making his way off of turn number 2. Doesn't look like he's going to have a shot at walking away with the stage 2 win, so no sweep will go down here from Charlotte. Battle at the front of the field starting to die down just slightly here. Still nose to tail, so let's jump back once again to this battle a little bit further behind them. Battle still raging on between Jim Thorndike, Jimmy McKee, Andrew Moore right back there behind McKee. Thorndike and Drift going at it off of turn number 4 there. You can see that 15 Drift King machine still hunting the bottom of the racetrack. Gotta be smooth as chicken lips down there if you're going to want to make these passes with these drivers, keeping it to the high side, running that Larson line, keeping it wound up at the top. A little bit of contact there with the outside wall for Jimmy McKee. Sparks will fly. He'll keep it straight. And here comes Jacob Drift, and he'll pull the pass in the slide job. Crossover. Oh my goodness. We lost sight of that for just a brief moment there. That could have been huge. As you see the field streak back, follow the camera back down into turns 3 and 4. There goes your race leaders. Here comes the next drivers back on the track, trying to make up some time, trying to make up some positions, nose to tail across the line. Andrew Moran still leading Roger Rios and Ryan Nicoletta. Back down into turn number 1, still follow the leader at the front of the field. Drift right there leading Thorndike. Drivers mixing it up all over this racetrack. Want to take a moment to say we appreciate all the hard work back behind the scenes. Some great camera shots brought to you by all the hard-working guys and gals back at the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do appreciate all the work put in by each and every one of you out there, bringing us these great camera shots. We'll take another look off of the tail end of Andrew Moraz as he starts to separate himself, building one of the biggest gaps we've seen a race leader have. And that's saying something, because it's only 0.3 of a second. That is not much of a gap, not much of a buffer. But this is the biggest gap any race leader has afforded themselves so far here tonight under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You're watching the Queen City 130. A little bit of a look back at the driver sitting in that top spot. Everybody trying to chase him down. Roger Rios, Ryan Nicoletta right there running second and third on the speedway. Nicoletta has seemed somewhat content to sit right there in that third position behind Roger Rios for the time being, closing in on the end of stage number 2. We're less than 10 laps away from the stage break. Who's going to walk away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage number 2 win here right now? Looks like it's going to belong to Andrew Moraz, but it can all change. All it takes is one little bobble we may see ourselves a lead change once again. 1, 2, 3 off of the track. All running nose to tail, just about a tenth or two separating all of those drivers. Let's go back here. 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Jim Thorndike and Jacob Drift have separated themselves from McKee and Andrew Moore. Both those drivers fading into the background. McKee sitting just about 2 seconds back from Jacob Drift, as now Jim Thorndike starts to scoot away just a little bit in his support. Our Troops 13 machine, the Chevy ZL1 Camaro, has been running fast all night. He is your biggest mover of the race right now, snatching the top group on shoulder so far. Jim Thorndike up 8 positions from 12th to 4th. Jacob Drift not really going away right here. He's continuing to show that nose to the 13 of Thorndike. Drift all over him, not letting him really scoot away, but Thorndike, a wily veteran. I know he's looking in the windshield, not worrying about what's in that rear view camera. That's right, rear view camera on these next-gen machines. No longer a true mirror. They've got a camera inside the cockpit that shows up in that rear view mirror position. And what a night here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've had battles in the back of the pack, and still this 3-car battle at the front of the field continues to rage on. A little bit of a moment there for Roger Rios, and he'll give that second position away. He'll drop from 2nd to 3rd now as Ryan Nicoletta takes that 2nd spot away. Andrew Moore getting placed back in on Jimmy McKee back in 6th and 7th. That's a battle going on. We got a 2-car battle back behind this trio at the front. Thorndike and Drift continue to mix things up, continuing to go at it, and it looks like Roger Rios struggling a little bit now. Rio starting to fall behind. Ryan Nicoletta scooting away. Not really in your race leader, though. Andrew Mraz clean and clear. Lap number 61 on the board. We are just 5 short laps away from the end of stage number 2 and the halfway point here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City. Oh my goodness, and here we go. Contact. Big contact between Mraz and Nicoletta. That's going to open the door, and he'll walk right on through with a fair amount of ease. Roger Rios will take the top spot. Big trouble between Nicoletta and Mraz. And with a long night left on our hands here tonight, I wonder if they're going to come to talk about that here at some point in time later on through the course of tonight's race. These drivers have been running all over each other all night long. And you know, stage points are on the line here. We're coming to the end of the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2. So drivers want to get all they can. Almost creating some calamity and chaos at the front of this field. Andrew Mraz now recovering and beginning to reel back in. Ryan Nicoletta and Roger Rios both at the front of the field. Crossing the stripe, lap 64 now goes on the board. We've got ourselves just 2 laps remaining here in stage number 2, and well, that battle has begun once again. Cue the Jaws music, cause Mraz has gotten back to the bumper of Nicoletta. Will he use the chrome horn, or will we see this thing stay clean and play out through the rest of the night? Lap number 65 goes on the board. It's the final lap here in stage number 2. The Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2. Contact there. You can see Mraz repaying the favor. Oh my gosh, and Nicoletta down the track right into the side of that 4. Oh my gosh, Jacob Drift, victim of circumstance, and now the 15 caught up and involved in this mess. Trouble on the track for a lot of drivers. Oh my goodness. And we're going to go straight up to the front of this field, man, that will walk away with the Stage 2 win. Walking away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. And at the front, Roger Rios will pick up the pieces and walk away with the stage win. Jim Thorndike going to come home in second here at the end of stage number 2. Big trouble here tonight for Miraz Nicoletta. That's going to collect the 15 of Jacob Drift as well. Fans getting to their feet in the stand. Whew, my goodness. Fireworks here at Charlotte. Pit road will open up, and as the drivers make their way down pit road, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City 130 right here for the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Race number 1, round number 2 of the championship rundown. We've got 2 stages in the bag already. Andrew Moore will take the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. He snatched the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Roger Rios picks up the pieces and walks away with the Stage 2 win. And there was some big, heavy contact there between a handful of drivers back through the field coming to the end of that stage break. And how about this? The wily veteran will lead the field back to the restart line this time around. Jim Thorndike to the point to the race lead. He'll have Roger Rios and Andrew Moore stacked up behind him. Jimmy McKee will start inside row number 2. Back in row 3, though, the 52 of Kevinick in the 6th position. Frank Reese, that 37, running strong here tonight in the Oreo 37. Andrew Mraz right there going to line up in 7th. Christopher McCullough, Ryan Nicoletta, Jacob Drift all going to make their way off of pit road. The Scott Wise Wounded Warrior here tonight, continuing to soldier, although gotta respect the hustle out of that 31 of Scott Wise. Big trouble on lap number 4, and Wise has been trying to recover ever since. He's trying to get a handful of his laps back as we work our way through 3 and 4. The one finger wave was given last time around. We'll go back green flag racing, this time by pace car will duck off in here. We go. Green flag flies once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thorndike up through the gears on the high side. Roger Rios able to maintain pace on the bottom. And it looks like the bottom will prevail. Jim Thorndike going to give up that race lead by the time they make their way off of turn number 2. Big stack up now as drivers trying to get around Thorndike. Here comes your stage 1 winner, your pole sitter back towards the top of this running order, back into a podium position. Andrew Moore looking for more, looking to get back to that top spot. Back under green flag conditions, and now Roger Rios beginning to assert himself. He's got one of the cleaner cars here. Still some damage on that right front. Small, I don't want to call it insignificant or insignificant. Small damage there on that 5 machine. But he's able to keep his machine out at the front. Andrew Moore right there in second. Jimmy McKee now rounds out your podium drivers. The 52 of Kevin battling with McKee. 3rd and 4th on the speedway. The 52 looking to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to look to grab that 3rd position away, and does so off of the bottom of the racetrack, off of turn number 2. Drivers nose to tail. 2 by 2 by 2. Down into turn number 3. Ryan Nicoletta has some trouble. He's going to end up down pit road. Nicoletta going to have a long stay on pit road now in front of him. Scott Wise still looking to pick up a handful of positions here tonight. Wise still soldiering on. 3 laps down, but continuing his quest. Damage control in effect as Wise, one of those drivers on the outside of the championship, looking in, still trying to get the best points run that he can by the time we end the season at Nashville. Big trouble for your race leader, Roger Rios, into the outside wall. Rios into the outside wall, and that's going to open up the door once again for the 77 of Andrew Moore. More catfishing on the bottom of this racetrack. Oh, and Rios with more trouble. He'll scrape the wall out of 2. Scott Wise down at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to stay out of everybody's way. Heated battle for the top spot. We've got your top 2 side by side, back across the line, back into turn number 3. Both with damage at the front of this field. Both are stage winners. Both looking for yet another win this season. Roger Rios looking for his 3rd win. Moore looking for his 4th. Kevin Dick right there lurking in the background. He's looking to get to victory lane for the 4th time this season as well. But how about the man right behind him? Nobody's talking much about Jimmy McKee. He's been to victory lane 1 time so far this season. That Monster Energy 99 has been in some trouble. Here tonight you can see the war wounds on that Ford Mustang, but yet still running very fast here tonight. McKee running in 4th in a good position to move himself up through the points and have himself a shot at being in that championship for your top 4, dominated by championship chase drivers right now. Rios leads more, Kevin Dick and Jimmy McKee in your top 4 spots. Frank Reese in the 37 Oreos machine rounds out your top 5. Gonna take a look back right there at the Oreo DeKalb, Sycamore, Chevy, Buick, GMC, sponsored 37 Chevy ZL1 Camaro of Frank Reese. He's got himself in no man's land really right now. Two seconds back to Christopher McCullough, 1.5 seconds back from Jimmy McKee. The 99 Ford Mustang running in front of him. We'll go back to the big battle on track though, right here, first, second, third on the speedway. Everybody chasing the 5 of Roger Rios. Back across the stripe, lap 79 now on the board. And we're seeing Rios really struggle with the grip off of turn number 2. You can see the back end of the car really step out on him. And it's intermittently. It's not every single lap. It's just every now and again that machine seems to kick a little bit sideways out of turn number 2. So Rios struggling with a little bit of the balance of the car late in the run here. We're about 14, 15 laps into this green flag run, and see that time, no wiggle out of the tail end of that superior templating number 5 leading this field. Biggest lap of the race so far here, now knocking on the door of a 6/10 of a second advantage over Andrew Moore, your pole sitter, your stage 1 winner, running in second. Let's get back to this guy right here on screen. Let's go ahead and throw up some information about him right there. That 52 Facebook custom paints and diecast driver, Kevin Dick, running in a solid 3rd position right now. We were talking about point standings and points implications. Kevin Dick leading the point standings coming into tonight's race has a 3-point advantage over the man sitting in second, Andrew Moore, coming into tonight's race, but more importantly has himself a 12-point buffer over the championship 4 cutoff line. He's got himself a little bit of points to play with, and he's got a lot of points to play with when it comes to the Scott Air Force Base POWMIA Council Rookie of the Year award. The man has absolutely been lights out. And all he's got to do, if he finishes top 3 right here, that's going to sew it up for him in that Rookie of the Year's championship. The leading Kenny McCullough by 139 points, and with McCullough, with Kenny not making the trip here to Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight, he's just going to begin to build that gap even more. And Kevin Dick looks to secure 1 championship this year. He's going to walk away with the Rookie of the Year championship after tonight's race. Will he be able to chase down a 2nd championship and walk away sweeping it, grabbing the season championship as well as the Rookie of the Year championship this season in the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Pass made for second. Kevin Dick moves to second. Front of the field, though, Roger Rios continuing to stretch his legs a little bit further here. Rios walking away, 7/10 of a second advantage over Kevin Dick, running in second. Andrew Moore right there in third. Jacob Drift, the victim of circumstance after coming in after some calamity and chaos, catching a piece of it. The 15 machine running well here tonight, now finds himself in damage control, fighting to keep himself from falling any further back in the running order. Drift already 11 laps down, just trying to salvage a solid top 10 finish here tonight. Tough break here for that 15. You can see all sorts of damage on the front end of his Drift King number 15 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. And Drift will have to look to next week's race to grab his first win of the season here in the Class Series. Lead lap drivers going to the top of the speedway, making their way around that 15 machine. Andrew Moore struggling just a little bit to try to stay with that 52 of Kevin Dick, who has been able to run back down Roger Rios. The front of this field, 1 and 2 begin to break away as we slowly begin to move ourselves into that 100 lap threshold. We're only about 12 laps away from that 100 lap mark here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Race number 14 this season. That's right, it's race 1 of round 2 in the championship rundown for the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series, presented by Banner Construction. Walking away here tonight under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the U.S. Veterans Polo Award. That was Andrew Moore. He also snatched that Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win, walking away leading every single lap in Stage 1. Not able to repeat in Stage 2, though. The man at the front of this field picked up the pieces after contact between two fellow drivers. Walking away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win was that 5 Superior Templating Machine of Roger Rios, but he's got company now. Kevin Dick looking to snatch the race lead here tonight. The New Age Limited Speed Demon Award still belonging to that 4 of Andrew Mraz, who is still down on pit road trying to fix up his machine after contact. Multiple problems here tonight for that Nerds number 4. Mraz will finish well behind the field off of the lead lap here tonight after some big time troubles have put him on pit road for a very long time. So the man with the fastest laps of the race will be on the outside looking in. One of the championship contenders with trouble here tonight. Mraz gonna have to turn things around in one of our next 2 races here in round number 2. And how about a mix of bags for races left on the season, race fans? If you haven't already, you can head over to the website, the Blown Piston Racing League's Facebook page as well, and check out the upcoming schedule. Milwaukee Mile on tap for next week. Man, what a throwback it's gonna feel like to head to Milwaukee next week, and then we will round out the second round of the playoffs at Michigan International Speedway, and that will set the top 4 up for a chance for a championship trophy when we head to Nashville Super Speedway. That's right, Nashville Super Speedway will host your championship night here in the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series, presented by Banner Construction. Drivers gonna cross the line. Lap 94 now goes on the board. This is your closest, your only battle on track, so we'll stay right here at the front of this field, riding with Rios and Kevin Dick. Top 2 drivers have broken away with over a 2-second. Whoa, both of them almost into the outside wall. Wow. How close was that for your top 2 drivers? They are absolutely on it, not letting up one bit, pushing each other to the limits, lap after lap. Kevin Dick now looking to the bottom of the racetrack, looking to secure that race lead once again. Will swap that position around for the time being. Dick with the advantage at the bottom. Rios will maintain the speed at the high side, utilize that momentum to slingshot himself down the backstretch and back into the race lead. But here comes Kevin Dick once again, catfishing through 3 and 4, looking to take that top spot back once again, and he's going to do so for just a moment. And at the line, they give it. They do indeed give that pass for position to Kevin Dick. He's going to keep it at the bottom of the racetrack. These 2 drivers side by side, lap after lap. 97 on the board out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Drivers closing in on that 100 lap threshold. So what do you say while we've got a little bit of time here on our hands before the green flag pit stops begin? What do you say we go ahead with some house cleaning? Our mid-race report, well beyond the mid-race point here tonight. Roger Rios leads this field. Kevin Dick right there running in second. Andrew Moore back in third. Jimmy McKee and Christopher McCullough round out your top 5 biggest movers of the race, sitting in 6th and 7th right now as we, and Rios miss pit road. Roger Rios miss pit road. Oh my goodness, that is a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Look at the time lost. He's going to give up over 3 seconds now to Kevin Dick, and he's going to have to rethink this strategy now. Roger Rios missing the entry to pit road. Oh boy. 14 drivers took to the track here tonight. 2 drivers relegated back into the garage and to their haulers as green flag pit stops do continue. Andrew Moore leads Roger Rios down pit road. Both drivers able to get to pit road this time around. That's going to leave the 52 out there on the track. 14 drivers, as we said, made it to the track. 2 of them, unfortunately, unable to get things fired off and going here tonight. Both drivers will exit early before the start of tonight's race. Anthony Keys caught up and involved in a lap 4 incident. The 14 machine walks away 12th here tonight. Looks like 3 more drivers with big time trouble as Kevin Dick pulls the pit road this time around. Able to get the machine stopped. No smoke out of the tires, so a nice smooth stop for him. Ryan Nicoletta, Scott Wise, Andrew Moraz still down on pit road, trying to fix up their machines to get back out on the track. Jacob Drift with some big damage, caught up involved in an on-track incident. The Drift King 15 Chevy ZL1 Camaro finds himself 12 laps down, running in the 8th position. New race leader at the front, though. This man has been up at the front all race along and now leading his first laps of the night. The 99 Ford Mustang of Jimmy McKee looking to party with the Monster Girls tonight in Victory Lane. Can McKee stretch this thing out? Does he have the right strategy by going long here on this green flag run? Jimmy McKee, Christopher McCullough, and Frank Reese all yet to hit pit road for what should be their final stops of the night. Your top 3 stay out on track. Top 3 drivers left on the lead lap. Roger Rios, Kevin Dick, right there running with each other. It's interesting. Very interesting here to see that Kevin Dick has already lost an advantage here. We're going to look at the timing and scoring, because, man, I would have thought with Roger blowing that pit road entry the way that he did, that Kevin Dick would have walked away with this thing. But it didn't separate that 52 very much. What it has done is brought that 77 of Andrew Moore back up into the mix. And with race leader Jimmy McKee down on pit road, lead will switch hands. The 60 of Christopher McCullough will take the race lead for the first time here tonight. There you can see McCullough in that 60 machine just off in front of this 3-car battle behind him. All 3 of those drivers still off of the lead lap. Christopher McCullough, Frank Reese still out there on the track as now McCullough will pull to pit lane. That's going to allow Rios, Dick, and Moore back onto the lead lap. Jim Thorndike also out there looking to get himself back on the lead lap. And off of turn 2, stretching the fuel here. I'm not so sure how long he's going to be able to stretch the fuel as, he's got Rios, Kevin Dick, and Andrew Moore all closing in on him, and he's going to keep this thing out there a little bit longer. He's going to go at least one more lap. You can see off in the background those 3 drivers battling for position still. Rios, Kevin Dick, and Andrew Moore, 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the speedway, battling for position. Let's jump back here to this battle. Let's watch it unfold, because this will be the eventual race lead right here. Battling for position, battling for supremacy, battling for a race win and a slot in your championship 4, as now Frank Reese pulls that 37 off of the track and down to pit road. I knew what I wanted to say. My tongue just wasn't cooperating with us there. And now with the completion of green flag pit cycles, Roger Rios goes back to the point, somehow kept enough speed in the car after giving up a ton of time getting to pit road, blowing his pit road entry the first time around somehow. Oh my goodness, in trouble at the front, contact between Rios and Kevin Dick, and that has sent these drivers all over the track. Oh my goodness, Kevin Dick able to slot away from Roger Rios after that contact. But what that has done, that has set this man on sail. He has gone in a way. He was given a great advantage there. My goodness. And Roger Rios to pit road. Roger Rios coming to pit road in that 5 machine. Things changing at the front of this field late in tonight's race. Andrew Moore going to pick up some pieces after Kevin Dick and Roger Rios make contact. That's going to allow Moore to step away from this field and have himself a 6-second advantage over Kevin Dick. Jimmy McKee now rounding out your podium driver, so your top 3 still 3 championship contenders and looking to continue his winning ways. We talked to him in pre-race after he snatched that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. We asked him, do you remember? We asked him, do you think you can carry the momentum from last week's race win in the pole award here tonight into a park it in victory lane moment here tonight from Charlotte? He was pretty unsure about himself and about his chances here tonight, but looking good now here with just 21 laps to go. He's got 5.5 seconds over that 52, running in second. Andrew Moore, he's going to be his own worst enemy at this point in time. He's just got to keep it clean and straightened off of the infield grass and off of the outside walls, and Andrew Moore will secure himself a chance to run for the championship at Nashville Super Speedway in just a short 3 weeks. And man, I'm telling you, what a night it's been here tonight in the Queen City U130. The beast of the Southeast, not disappointing at all here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you haven't already, race fans, drop these drivers a thumbs up. Let them know you appreciate and like all the great racing action they give to you each and every Sunday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, join us in that push in quest of 3,000 subscribers. Again, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the many dedicated fans, friends, or family throughout all the series. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. Appreciate each and every one of the sponsors coming to check things out as well here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So while you're here, while you're at it, don't forget, show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. And I hear you out there, Anthony. Anthony just now catching that comment of let's get it, and some drivers definitely getting it. Some drivers definitely getting a little more than what they may have bargained for through an occasional, we'll call it an occasional scrap on the track. Relative clean and clear race here tonight. Only 3 caution flags fly from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1 on-track incident there on lap number 4 early in stage 1. Then we've only had our 2 stage break caution flags for the rest of the night. So drivers have had to be on it. They have had to watch how things go, and a few of them still caught up and involved with some big time moments. Unfortunately, a few of your championship drivers caught up and involved in some big moments. Anthony Keys, Andrew Moraz, both championship drivers will have trouble here tonight. Max Williams, unfortunately though, not able to make the trip here tonight. So Williams already started tail end of the great 8, and he will fall a little bit further back behind your race leaders here tonight. Anthony Keys, Andrew Moraz, both with trouble as well. Keys, one of those drivers amazingly battling and knotted up with Andrew Moraz, both 12 points back from your race leader, tied in that cutoff position. Both with trouble, so that's really gonna shake things up. Oh man. The stats division gonna have a lot of work on their hands at the end of tonight's race to figure out who's where and how many points they're out or in right now. But the man not worrying about any points is the man at the front of the field. 4-second advantage, 13 laps to go. Andrew Moore looks to make it back-to-back visits to victory lane. Can Moore secure his 4th race win of the season and set himself up as one of the 4 vying for that championship hardware and race hardware when we head to Nashville Super Speedway here in just a short 3 weeks. And well, Anthony, man, we're going to say it like this, real life first. You know what I'm saying? Glad you could join us. Glad you're here watching us. Glad, you had the opportunity to at least enjoy some of the great racing action here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City 130, but real life always takes precedence over iRacing. Unfortunately, none of us making millions over here on iRacing, so you kind of can't make the butler go deal with the kids, although sometimes we wish we could. Just saying. Coming from one father to another, man, you got to do what you got to do at times, and it is what it is. We'll look forward to seeing you back out on track next week at the Milwaukee Mile. I'm going to throw it out. If you get the admins to rewatch this and replay it, I want to see some throwback schemes. I know it's not Darlington, your typical throwback track. Everybody does the throwback schemes when they head to Darlington. That's just the way it is. It's come to be that way with NASCAR as well. Each and every race at Darlington is the throwback weekend. But throwing it back to a track that I believe needs to come back to the NASCAR schedule. A very great flat short track, just like New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I personally think it's a little bit more racier than New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The Milwaukee Mile on tap next week. Let's see if we can get some throwback themed machines out on the track when we revisit the Milwaukee Mile next week. I'll leave it in the hands of the admins and the race drivers out there. The fans, what do you say? If you think these drivers need to be in throwbacks, go ahead and drop them a thumbs up or let us know either on the Facebook page or right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube page. We do appreciate each and every one of you with all of your insight. Let's see if we can't get this done. Let's see if we can't corner these admins into making it happen. Making it happen right now, though, man, at the front of the field. Regaining 0.3 of a second. Andrew Moore lost some time there for a handful of laps. He's since cranked the speed back up, and he's got himself back to a 4.3 second advantage over Kevin Hick, the 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Championship contender right here, running in second. He's got himself a little bit of a buffer back to one of your only battles on track, as we're going to stay right here for a moment between Jim Thorndike and Jimmy McKee. McKee with 3 lap fresher tires. Will it be enough to run down that 13 of Thorndike. It's going to be one thing to catch him, one thing to pass him. I don't care if you've got fresher tires or not. The wily veteran knows where to put the car, knows how to upset the drivers behind him with a little bit of dirty air. That's a key thing that veteran drivers have over some of the less experienced drivers, not just on the sim but in real life, knowing how to manipulate the air to cause some of your competitors a little bit of problems. Thorndike not only gonna keep Jimmy McKee at bay, but he's gonna close in on that 52, reeling him in with 5 to go. Kevin Dick struggling with the late run pace here. Jim Thorndike, he's there. Thorndike has run him down. He has caught him. Can he get by him? 5 laps to go. 4 when we cross the line, this time by Andrew Moore, continues to lead tonight's race. Moore looking to secure the Wise Choice Front Man Award by leading the most laps here tonight. He's right on the verge of being able to do so. It's going to be pretty close, so we're not going to call that one unofficially. We will check in on that and let you know how that shook down next week when we hit the track. It's going to be very close to call that one. Thorndike down at the bottom of the speedway with 3 laps to go, looking to take second away from that 52 of Kevin Nick in a battle for second now underway. This is no Sunday afternoon tiptoe through the tulips moment for either of these two drivers. Side by side through 1 and 2. Drag racing down the backstretch and back into turn number 3. Thorndike still catfishing while the Larson line working out for Kevin Dick. For the moment, they stay side by side at the line. It's going to belong to that 13 of Thorndike with popsicle sticks on display for your race leader, Andrew Moore. 4-second advantage for Moore at the front of this field. Hate to step away from this side-by-side battle, but we've got to give credit where credit is due. Back to the front of this field, working his way off of turn number 4. Going to cross the stripe white flag 5's final lap. Brought to you by Banner Construction here in the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series. It's the one to go here from Sharp. Off of 2 with nobody around, Andrew Moore will secure this race win. Battle for second still raging on. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming across the stripe, here he comes. Your race leader for the 4th time here tonight. Walking away with the checkered flag is Andrew Moore. And how about Jim Thorndike snatching that second position away from Kevin Dick? Jimmy McKee will finish back in 4th with Christopher McCullough rounding out your top 5 here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City 130. What a job here tonight for this driver. On screen, you can see the damage on that right front after he smacked the wall on a restart. A restart of stage number 2. Or actually, I apologize, coming to start. Well, yeah, the restart after stage 2. Yeah, he was outside. Got on the gas and just absolutely pounded that thing off of the outside wall. Still had enough speed, still had enough skill to give the smoke show on the front stretch for the fans in the stands. Sold out. Packed house here tonight. Watching Andrew Moore celebrate his 2nd win in a row. And Moore will punch his ticket to the playoffs. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Get things ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. trackside at the conclusion of another great race here by the Blown Piston Racing League Class Series presented by Banner Construction. The Queen City 130 now in the books, and let's see if we can catch in and have a few words with some of the drivers that walked away in the podium positions here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Die-Cast machine. Kevin, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. How about the run tonight? How you feeling after a solid podium? I know it's not necessarily where you want to finish, but still can't be too mad at walking away with another podium.
No, there's a lot of time, well, a lot of opportunities to have probably won this race, and there was a lot of opportunities that I gave it away. A lot of fun racing there. If Roger, they were having a good battle. Just that one corner, I knew he was pushing high, and I tried to give him enough room, and I sort of lost it, and then he bounced off, and that sort of just took us both out of it. But before that, for the pits, I mean, me and him both missed it, overshot it, so did an extra lap, probably lost time there. Yeah, just damage at the end just didn't really help me, so sometimes that's just how it goes, though.
Well, Kevin, coming into tonight's race, you had yourself a little bit of a buffer zone above that cutoff line, right around 12 points to work with and play with. With a solid podium here tonight, I would assume, my math isn't always that great on the fly, but I would assume that you're still pretty much going to be in a good position heading into next week's race at the Milwaukee Mile. I'm starting a petition. It's a throwback track. You think we can see a throwback scheme on that 52 next week, or can we clear that with the owners?
Oh, we'll see. We'll try something.
I gotta try somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A heck of a run, heck of a season with tonight's third place finish. It's not going to be official till the end of the year, but for all it's worth, you've now secured the Rookie of the Year championship as well. You came into tonight's race well above the rest of the field in your competition in that Rookie of the Year standings. You will secure that championship. You still got one more to go, but before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, give a shout out to the guys at Pie-Eyed. Great group of guys to race with. Give a shout out to Custom Paints and Die-Cast and you guys up in the booth.
All right, my man. Well, again, as always, pleasure catching up with you in these post-race interviews, and we'll see if we can't talk to you at Milwaukee, and we'll see if we can't get a throwback on that thing.
Sounds good.
All right, there you have it, Kevin Dick. You heard it in his voice, a little bit down, but not too much. Lots of opportunities there. You've seen them all night long, and Kevin Dick did agree with it, or actually, he's the one that said it. We'll put it on him. A lot of times out there, he could have secured a better finish and just kind of let it slip away. Some trouble later on through tonight's last green flag pit stop for that 52. And unfortunately, he walks away in that third position, rounding out your podium drivers. And now let's see if we can't talk to one of our good buddies. Haven't had a chance to catch up with him very much this season, but we're going to talk to him now inside of that 13. Jim, it's Dave. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, long time no talk. What's been happening, Captain?
Oh, just life, man. Busy.
I hear you. Well, busy on the track here tonight. You're going to walk away with the Top Groove Hard Charger Award, up 10 positions from where you started from tonight. A lot of speed in that 13. How did you walk away in second?
Well, partially because of my teammates. We talked about saving tires early on so we'd have tires later in the run, and I thought I'll try that strategy, and what happens, and I came home second.
Well, sometimes you just got to keep to your strategy, play the cards close to the cuff, and hope that it works out. Tonight, it did indeed work out for you and your 13 crew. So, Jim, looking forward to next week's race. We mentioned it to Kevin Dick. It's a thing for me, and some of the older school guys remember when Milwaukee was a huge staple in NASCAR, kind of one of them old school, forgotten about tracks. We're looking to cause a throwback weekend next Sunday night. Do you think we can see a throwback on that 13?
I will talk to my painter, and I will see what I can do if I can get him to paint me one up. But, yeah, I'll see what I can do. That sounds like fun.
My man, I like it. I like it, Jim. Again, congratulations on the great run here tonight. Unfortunately, you fell out of the championship standings at the end of round number 1. So from here on out, you just going to try to play spoiler for those championship 8.
Yes, sir, and try and help my teammate gain as many team points as we can, and we'll just let her rip, man. Balls to the walls. It's time to go for gold.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, Jim, again, congratulations walking away second on the track. Glad to have a chance to speak with you and catch up once again in these post-race interviews. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yes, sir. I like to thank my girlfriend for letting me do this while she takes care of our daughter. I like to thank my sponsors and DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC. And I like to thank our team all in one for all the help and support they give, and thank my crew. And I'd like to thank you, Dave, for broadcasting this. You do a great job week in and week out.
Well, I know I appreciate the kind words. I know the girlfriend definitely appreciates the kind words and appreciates being put first. You're a wise man, Jim. Until next time, my man, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good week, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Final words from Jim Thorndike, parking that 13 machine home in second here tonight. To support our troops, DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC 13 walks away second, and that will put us right along the lines and into victory lane with the man that took the checkered flag here tonight. Andrew, it's Dave. You got me.
Yeah, yep.
Well, man, maybe talking to you early in pre-race was a good thing. What do you say, huh?
Maybe it was some luck, but I was basically given the win there. After that mess up on that one restart after the stage, oh man, I thought I was done for the night.
All right. Well, you brought it out, so we'll go ahead and talk about it. What happened on the restart? Was it grabbing the gear, or did the tires just break loose there?
Tires broke loose in first. I mean, there's at least 3,000 RPM for a first gear start, and once it started to go, I checked up to try to save it, but it just kept wanting to go. It did a little roll, and I just went into the wall, and I tried to keep it up there so I didn't come across the track and get anybody else. Well, yeah. And a lot of people like Kevin got caught up in some other stuff because of me, so I kind of feel bad about that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes things happen, but on the restart, you managed that trouble very well. Everybody kind of continued on from that point on. A round of green flag pit stops before the end of tonight's race. Walk us through the strategy coming to that final stop, and how did you end up just knotted up with those drivers? I mean, you three guys were all over each other pretty much all night long.
Yeah, they were pulling on me before the pit stops, but I think they both missed their pit stop first time around, and they were slowed up, and Roger was behind me, and I took myself in there real easy so I didn't mess up. And Roger came out in front of me, and then Kevin had a decent pit stop, so we were all bunched up again, and they were going to pull away from me again after that, but as you saw, Roger got into the wall and collected Kevin there, and Kevin got a weird cut in the course penalty that's not supposed to happen on ovals, so I was definitely gifted tonight.
Well, sometimes it pays to be lucky, and whether it was luck or not, you find yourself as one of the championship 4 locked in with a chance at the season hardware when we head to Nashville Super Speedway. I want to mention next week's race, though. We've talked to all of the podium drivers. We've been trying to push this thing throughout tonight's broadcast. Milwaukee Mile on tap for next week. It's an old school throwback kind of track. We don't see it very often in anybody's schedule. I want to do one up on Darlington and make this Milwaukee race a throwback night. You think we can get a throwback on that 77 for next week?
Yeah, we could probably put something together. I'll probably pay somebody to make me a paint scheme. I'm not the best.
Well, if you're like me with painting, it would look like a 3-year-old with a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Just
my paint schemes are real simple, or they're pre-template, and I just kind of fill in what I like.
I hear you. I hear. Well, Andrew, again, my man, congratulations on continuing the momentum, walking away with the back-to-back race-winning performances in a row. You secure your 4th win on the season, but more importantly, a shot at that championship trophy in Nashville. Before we let you go and celebrate the night away, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yep, my teammates, Pine Eye Racing, Torque Ranch Motorsports, Scott and Lauren, Dave in the Cave, my brother who's probably in bed by now. He's going to watch this tomorrow morning, the rest of it. Any friends and family. I'm excited for Milwaukee Wild. I really like this track, but I'm going to call it now. Kevin Dick's probably going to win.
Uh-oh, we'll see if he gets there. We'll see if you can get a little bit of luck on your side once again. But either way, no matter how it goes, Andrew, a heck of a season, heck of a run so far for you and your entire team. And we'll look to see if you can get the job done in Nashville.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Have a good one.
All right, there you go, Andrew Moore. Happy with the win. Feeling pretty lucky. But still, nonetheless, he is one of your championship 4 now secure into that final round. 77 of Andrew Moore walks away with his 4th win of the season. And that's gonna pretty much do it for us here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a night here tonight in the Queen City 130. Man, crazy good racing action, crazy good racing all night long. A few drivers caught up and involved with some on-track incidents, but moving on along and coming away with some solid finishes. As you can hear the producers hitting those music buttons in the background, you know the tunes and sounds, you know that it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Queen City 130 for the Blown Piston Racing League Class Series. Presented by Banner Construction, walking away with the top spot, checkered flag in hand once again. That's 77 of Andrew Moore. Sliding home in second is the 13 of Jim Thorndike. 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Machine of Kevin Dick rounds out your podium drivers here tonight. Jimmy McKee slides home in 4th, 5th place tonight to the 60 of Christopher McCullough. 6 goes to the 37 of Frank Reese. Roger Rios with some late race trouble. The 5 finds himself slotted home in 7th. 8th place tonight in the Queen City 130, the 15 of Jacob Drift. Ryan Nicoletta will park the 59 home in 9th. Andrew Mraz walks backwards in the running order and finishes out tonight's race in 10th. Scott Wise in 11th. Anthony Keys in 12th. 88 of Anthony Henley back in 13th. And Michael Sham rounds out your running order here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a week, what a night, what a race to begin round number 2 of the championship playoffs. Man, as we begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords, if you haven't already, race fans, as always, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell on the right hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. With that being said, we're going to hopefully move off into a throwback weekend next week. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.